Morning all, morning guys, morning girls. Just going to do a little catch up this morning. As you probably know, I haven't been doing any videos for the last week or so. That's because obviously I've been really tired because I've had some health issues going on, as I've said before. I've just been under the hospital and had to have one of those video capsules. It's like you swallow a big capsule and it's got a camera in it. You swallow it and you wear this little pack attached to your waist and it picks up the pictures. So I was doing that yesterday, so I've just got to wait now for the results. Now the reason I had to have that is because I have had problems with erosive duodenitis, which is sort of like an ulcer and a pancreatic cyst and a hiatus hernia. So obviously, and this is going to find out what's going on with all that, so I'll keep you informed on that. And my channel, it's only been going since last year, and I just want to say thanks to all my subscribers as well, for watching all my videos. And I want to give a couple of shouts to the MK firm. Hope you guys are well, Pricey, Matt and Bob and Fenton, and Bob's fighting next month, so hopefully I'll be there for that. Bob's got a fight in Bognor next month, a warm-up fight for his York Hall fight, so that's going to be good. Just want to say thanks to a few guys that are always commenting as well. Sebastian, he's been with me from the beginning, thanks mate. Lee Wilson, hi to you, your nan and your sister mate, hope you're well, and there's a few guys, if there's anyone I've forgotten, I'm sorry about that, so the story I was going to do today is about, because I was fasting, this is what reminded me of it, I was fasting for this video capsule thing, and I was thinking about when I was in prison in the 90s and there was a hunger strike going on, so I was going to do a little story about that. So at the time I was in Highdown, and you're on a spur there, about 60 prisoners, and there was a lot of chat about, on the spur, on the wing, about how bad the food was and all that sort of stuff. And my cellmate, Johnny Cummins, was one of the instigators of all this. A few of the guys got it into their heads to think, if we make a little protest about this, maybe we can get the food better. And as far as I know, if you're refusing food, the Home Office has to be notified, I think, after 3 days. So it's all decided on the wing that everyone's going to go on a hunger strike, and the thing was, a lot of people that instigated doing this hunger strike were cleaners or people on the servery or people that were drug dealers and all that sort of stuff. So they had money, to sustain themselves with extra food and all that stuff, or food from the canteen. But at the time, I remember I didn't have much, I think I was living off John a lot of the time. At that time, so I would have needed the sustenance from the prison food, So as I say, this hunger strike actually went on for nearly 3 days, The first 2 days, when we was getting unlocked, just a few at a time, because they thought it might kick off, get your dinner and then you banged up again, and this went on for 2-3 days. But I do remember on the 3rd day, a couple of guys had had enough, and they went and got their food and that, and then people are shouting out scabs and all that, scab this, scab that. So do you know what I did? I went down and got my food, because I hadn't had anything to eat for nearly 3 days, and I knew for a fact that all the guys that were running this hunger strike thing were eating, they had their own food in their cells, or they'd got food from the servery where, because they knew the servery guys, or they worked there themselves, So I was proper starving. And then my cellmate, he was one of the instigators, John, and he didn't really eat anyway. He was so skinny, he wasn't really a food person. So, But like I say, he was selling a bit of puff in there. He could have bought food for himself if he wanted anything, or, you know, people was giving him stuff. So on the third day, I thought, fuck this, you know, I'm starving. I went down for my dinner. I think me and there was a couple of others. The other guys were, no one was saying anything. They were sort of like guys that were all, you know, they were sort of always hanging around the screws and that sort of thing, you know, so not good. But I went down there and got mine, and, you know, everyone's shouting out scab and all that, you know what I mean, as I've walked back into the cell, into my cell with my dinner, and it was a Sunday, and it's that manky old salad that you get, you know, on 4 o'clock, you get it in the afternoon, and then you're banged up from 4 all the way through to the next morning. So as I've gone back to my cell, you know, they're all shouting scab this, scab that. I've just, because at the time you were allowed to have your own plate in there, yeah, ceramic plate, and I do remember this. I've got back into the cell and I've heard all this shouting, scab this, scab that, and I've just thrown my plate with the dinner, with the salad, out of the cell, and it's gone, hit the door, smashed, and gone over the landing, you know, and landed all on the ones, all bits of ceramic and that, you know, and then we got banged up, so I didn't have any of the food anyway for the 3 days. But what happened after that, in the morning, they've all decided to give it up and go and get their breakfast and that after the 3rd day. So it all sort of, you know, came to nothing. But yeah, I did sort of make my own little stand against that, you know, because most of the people doing it, you know, they was just doing it to sort of cause a bit of trouble, really, I suppose, a bit of subversion and that. So yeah, that's just a little story today, guys, and yeah, like I say, I've been a little bit tired recently, so, you know, I am still continuing with the YouTube channel, but I'm going to make a target of trying to at least upload 1 video a week, if I can, or once every couple of weeks, guys. Like I've said before, the channel's going well and that, so yeah, I'll speak to you guys soon, and enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you.